Om Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Sushumna. Hi everyone. Let me narrate to you the experiences of my Gurumata and me. Each one of us need a guru in our lives. So also, at an early age, I realized that I would also need to have a guru, a spiritual master who can guide us, love us, inspire us, and at every walk of life, help us to overcome the ignorance within us by eliminating the darkness from our lives and take us into the spiritual path of progression and ultimately to help us to become the full human potential that we can be. I was blessed with coming into contact with Sri Aathmanandamayi Ammagaru in December 2014 as a part of a free meditation camp that was conducted at the Shilpakala Vedika, Hyderabad. Ever since, she has always been like a loving mother, guiding me, protecting me, taking care of me, and ensuring that at every walk of life, I am not only becoming a better person, but I also am enabled to help others become better people by gifting the technique of Sushumna Kriya Yoga to me and adopting me as a spiritual son and instructing me into the Kriya Yoga. She also gave upon me the responsibility to be a teacher trainer, a master who can in turn give the Diksha of Sushumna Kriya Yoga to others. This was one great opportunity. Generally, when you select your guru, you have to be very, very cautious before you realize your true guru. You realize your true calling and seeking, and in your guru, you see a reflection of your soul. And I think towards this, there were several incidents and there were several episodes in which I saw Gurumata's genuine love, genuine concern for humanity at large, and her specific interest in taking the responsibility of me as a disciple, as her spiritual son, and growing me up. Here are a few episodes and incidents that I would like to recall from my experiences with Gurumata. She is like a loving mother to all. Gurumata, irrespective of whoever comes to her, treats all of them as her loving children, and her love for all beings is equal. She doesn't distinguish between beings that are animals or plants or human. She actually treats and loves all of them equally because she understands that a soul undergoes transformation birth after birth and then evolves into the higher births. For example, let me recall an incident where when we were in the US, we went on a morning walk. This happened when we were in Washington, D.C. And as we went out on a morning walk, there was these flowers and trees and Ammagaru was walking around in the garden, checking out the various things. I was also on one of those walks with Ammagaru. Ammagaru asked me to pick up a few flowers which will be offered to the God and to the Gurus. And as I went down to the little set of jasmine bushes nearby, I started picking up the jasmine one by one. Right from my childhood, I have done the act of performing puja at our home or for the local temples, and I used to pick flowers. And because I used to love and respect plants a lot, I used to pick every single flower very gently, one by one. While I was doing this, Ammagaru observed me, and there was another person also who was doing the same. The other person, in one particular occasion, picked a flower which had a couple of buds beside, and the buds came up along with the flower. Immediately, Ammagaru, despite all her several different activities in her mind, she walked up and she said, very gently and very politely, like teaching to a young kid, she said, hold the branch of every flower as you pick the flower, ensure that you don't break the buds around it. This shows her compassion not just for human beings but also to that little jasmine plant. And she said, and as you pluck the flower, be thankful to the plant because it's offering you the flower to offer to your gurus. Likewise, there have been incidents wherein Ammagaru's love for all beings and all devotees is equal was represented. We were in one of our classes in where many devotees were thronging to get her attention. Whenever Ammagaru conducts a public class, many devotees come together. This particular incident happened when in one of the public classes, Ammagaru was taking rest. Oftentimes it is said that Ammagaru takes the pain of their devotees on their behalf. But in turn, by doing so, Ammagaru reduces the pain of the karma that the devotee has to experience. In reality though, what Ammagaru really does is she gives the devotee the blessing to be able to withstand the pain, and through their sadhana and through their introspection understand how the individual can strengthen themselves, can build their detachment of mind that is necessary and attachment by action that is necessary to make themselves a better human being, to withstand the pains and the impact of their own karma that they get in their lives. In this particular incident that I recall, every single devotee that would come to Ammagaru and share their pains or would share their prayers or their wants and desires with Ammagaru, Ammagaru not only remembers the individual devotee's interests and wants, Ammagaru remembers the names and the individual aspects of their family members as well. Every time she meets a devotee, she makes it a point to inquire about the person's, let's say, spouse or children or father and mother. For example, in my case, Ammagaru not only remembered that I had a certain medical condition, she also remembered about my mom, and she would, every time whenever she would call me, she would inquire about my physical well-being, my health, whether I was eating on time or not, about how my mom was, how her health was, whether or not her sugar was in control, when was the last time I visited. She would even remember sometimes that, hey, it has been almost a year since you visited mom, are you going to visit mom? She would very specifically check and inquire. For a Gurumata who is meeting thousands upon thousands of devotees every single day, what a loving heart she must be if she remembers every individual devotees and their family members and what conditions they are going through and individually inquires about them. Never have I seen Gurumata get angry. That is another beautiful aspect about Gurumata. She always gives, even when devotees are wrong, even when devotees perform certain mistakes, she always says, Sushumna Kriya Yogis cannot go wrong because they know what is right and they will never intentionally do wrong. But mistakes happen from all of us. Whenever we do a mistake, Gurumata would very politely, lovingly call us and tell us how to do the right thing. Whenever we go into public classes, Gurumata, being Gurumata, we always give her the respect of having the first meal and her meal is served, and then all of us have Mahaprasada. And because Gurumata knows that we like it, she would always ensure wherever she goes, she leaves a little bit of every single dish for all of us to enjoy. And then she would often ask her sister or one of her accomplices to come and offer it to all the other devotees. Not only that, she would individually check with every member on the team as to whether or not they had food and whether or not everything was according to their liking. There was a time when in the US, we were halting in different cities, conducting certain public sessions, and we had to stay in different cities at different places. And no matter in which home we stayed or in which place we stayed, she would always ensure that food was made for different tastes and palates, and she would prefer to take her food last. Although we would always, out of respect and devotion, offer her the food first, she would always encourage us, hey, all of you who are hungry, please go ahead and have it. Such is her love for us that she always remembers every devotee and their needs. Many other episodes that come to my mind. There was once a time when in one of my early classes, when I had just got initiated into Sushumna Kriya Yoga, I had not yet finished my first year in the practice. We had gone on to the Pondicherry class where she had asked me to share my experience. During these moments, in a very short span of time, I got the blessing of being in the accompaniment of Gurumata several times. Generally, in those days, only people who were with a long association with Gurumata had been practicing the Sushumna Kriya Yoga for a long time would only get the blessings of having Gurumata's physical presence. But I had the wonderful opportunity and the blessing of being in her physical presence multiple times in a very short span of time. This raised a few eyebrows. There were a few questions that were asked, and when I understood this fact, I went and confessed to Gurumata, saying that, Mataji, many of them are feeling that they are not getting your adequate time and presence. But Gurumata, being Gurumata, knows when, who needs to do what task and what service and how much time they need in the physical presence of Gurumata. But that was one day when I walked up to Gurumata and I said, Amma Garu, many of them are missing your physical presence. So please give me the opportunity of being in your physical presence and getting your blessing after all the other devotees have got the blessing. Even if you bless me from a distance, I'll be very happy to be not in your physical proximity, but to just have your blessing. Ammagaru smilingly understood and said only one word, Alage Nana. And after that, despite the fact that I did not seek her physical presence, I did find Gurumata was always available to us whenever I wanted her. There have been more than one occasion where I was sincerely in need of Guru's guidance, and simply when I prayed to her, she would manifest either as a vision or as an image of light and be available to give me the right guidance. At this point in time, I must also recall a specific incident that happened when we were conducting a public class for the scientists at DRDO in Hyderabad. Because I was adept at conducting presentations, Gurumata would often give me the opportunity and the responsibility of conducting sessions in various corporate offices, government offices, etc. In the DRDO session at Hyderabad, I had the opportunity of speaking to all of the scientists on the benefits of meditation, on the importance of doing meditation, and how Sushumna Kriya Yoga meditation can actually trigger and stimulate our nerves, our energy bodies, which is called as the nadis, and our chakras, the energy centers, which in turn creates a perfect balance in us to create a better human individual. Not only does it make our organs more effective, it actually transmits energy to every single cell so that the human being becomes a more efficient human being in every sense of the way. And as I was speaking about these things in the DRDO, scientists there not only listened with rapt attention, after the session they walked up to me and they were actually all appreciation for the presentation. After that, in Gurumata's presence, they were initiated into the Kriya Yoga. Not only did they experience the wonderful power of the Kriya Yoga, scientists actually came asking for more sessions from Gurumata in the other offices of DRDO, including one of the sessions that was later conducted at Dehradun. Post the session, we had an evening meeting amongst the disciples of Gurumata and her in the gardens of the research facility. We were all sitting together and there was a session of meditation. And post the session of meditation, we were listening to what Gurumata had as messages for us. As we all sat there in rapt attention, I had a divine vision.